Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Coop with the Kings Road School morning announcements for Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. Today, I'm wearing a Spring Lake 5 hat. Spring Lake 5 is a race in the town of Spring Lake, which is in the state of New Jersey, and it usually happens during Memorial Day weekend. So I have still kept a picture of the daffodils here. I thought it's important that you know some of the names of the flowers that we see outside this time of year. So here's a picture of the daffodils. All right, we're all going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today, from our weather desk and our weatherman Frank Nunn, we have our weather report.
Your high temperature today is 63, partly sunny in the morning, then becoming mostly cloudy. Highs in the lower 60s, southwest winds around 5 miles per hour. Your low temperature today is 50, mostly cloudy with a 50% chance of showers. Lows in the mid-40s, southwest winds around 5 miles per hour in the evening, becoming light and variable. Thank you.
Thank you, Frank, for that great weather report. For birthdays today, we have one birthday, and that's second grade teacher, Miss Fine. Happy birthday, Miss Fine. We hope you have a wonderful day. From our counseling corner and Mr. Levine, it's always important to show genuine and real interest in the well-being and lives of other people. For today, please ask a grown-up in your life how they are doing. When they are answering your question, make sure you look them in the eyes to indicate that you're truly listening to them and you care about their response. Being a caring and active listener is very important. Thanks for the advice, Mr. Levine. I will certainly try to do that. And on this slide, we have Lily of the Valley, one of my favorite flowers. The riddle of the day, also from Mr. Levine, what goes up and down but doesn't move? That would be a staircase. Great riddle, Mr. Levine. Try that out on someone at home. Our student highlight of the day, caught being awesome. Vivian Osborne from 1Y was caught being awesome. Vivian recently made cards and decorated bags for healthcare workers. Thinking of others is so important. Vivian, you are kind, you are considerate, and you are awesome. Thank you so much, Vivian, for making a positive impact in the lives of others. The story highlight of the day from Mr. Paradiso is he thought it would be fun to do book trailers of the day to go along with the PTO virtual book fair taking place, just like he did yesterday. Each day he will include 2 short book trailers of new books that are available to purchase at the virtual book fair. Book fair information can be found in your library Google Classroom. I'm going to play one of them today.
Hi, I'm Karen. My older stepsister Christy is the president of the Babysitters Club. Our next door neighbor is a witch. I know it.
Oh, no.
She is a black cat and grows magical herbs. I call her Morbid Destiny. Christy doesn't believe me and my dad says not to spy. But what if Morbid Destiny casts a spell on us? With the help of my friend Hanny, I'm going to prove she's a witch before it's too late. Join the club.
Well, thank you, Mr. Paradiso, for the preview. Also, the second book is called Scar Island. Word of the day from Mrs. Guzowitz. The word of the day is teach, which is a verb. What does it mean? To show how to do something. How do you use it? Mr. Levine likes to teach his friends to juggle. And we all know Mr. Levine is a great juggler, and he's great at teaching people how to do that. This day in history, in 1913, 5,000 suffragists marched to the Capitol in Washington, D.C., seeking the vote for women. In 1927, U.S. Secretary of Commerce Herbert Hoover's Washington speech was seen and heard in New York in the first long-distance television transmission. In 1948, the World Health Organization, a UN agency, was founded. And in 1949, Rodgers and Hammerstein's Pulitzer Prize winner South Pacific opened on Broadway. Learning new things. Students learn penguins have knees. I learned how to knit and I love riding my bike. I learned that spiders have 8 eyes but can't even see very well. Some can't see at all. I learned how to take apart a phone. I learned how to ride a bike. 2 fifth graders learned a trick called seesaw. And from a 4th grader, honey never goes bad. Also, you can drink any year-old milk and not get sick, but it might not taste good. Nicholas learned today, or another day, he learned that you can bake a cake without butter and without eggs and without milk and without electricity. So if you're learning new things and you want to share with me, I can include it on this slide. Just email me at coopk@madisonnjps.org. Mrs. Moran's health tip of the day, simple steps for mindful breathing. Number 1, sun, look up to the sky and take a deep breath. Number 2, shoe, breathe all the way down to your foot in your shoe. Number 3, me, breathe up to your shoe and all the way to your head. Number 4, one more. If the first 3 felt good, try one more. From Mrs. Sims, can you answer these trivia questions from The Mouse and the Motorcycle? Today's trivia comes from Chapter 11, The Search, and Chapter 12, An Errand of Mercy. Number 1, why can't Ralph carry aspirin in his cheek pouches? Good question. Number 2, what happened to Aunt Adrian? 3, what happened to Ralph when he entered the last room on the 2nd floor? 4, where do the sisters, Betty and Mary Lou, want to take Ralph, and what were they going to do with him there? And number 5, do you remember what was on the backside of the postcard that Ralph was being carried on? I hope you're all caught up and have enjoyed this book as much as I have. Final Ralph trivia coming Thursday. Only 1 chapter left from Mrs. Sims. Fun facts, a cat has 32 muscles in each ear. A dime has 118 ridges around the edge. The giant squid has the largest eyes in the world. Most people fall asleep in 7 minutes. An Earth Day fun fact, 1.75 million years ago, ice covered all of Europe and most of North America. A big shout out to Mr. Abandandalo, also known as Mr. A at Kings Road School. We appreciate you, Mr. A. We miss you, Mr. A. We usually see you at recess and at gym class twice a week. So we wonder how you're doing, and I can tell you he is doing well. And we can't wait to see you again, Mr. A. And finally, our final slide says, always believe that something wonderful is about to happen. It's always great to have a positive attitude and to think that any minute something wonderful can happen. And that could be as little as seeing a beautiful flower or as big as a birthday. So I want you to always believe that something wonderful can happen. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.